Hello students, so today we will continue our discussion on lesson 1, lesson name Internet Basics. So in the last class we have learned about the internet and what is the internet, and also we have studied about the difference between the internet and www World Wide Web. Okay, so and some components of the internet, and also we have studied in the last class about the how does the www work, how does the World Wide Web server works. So now see what is our today's agenda, what we are going to learn today. See, today we are going to learn about the basic internet terminology. So what are the words used in the internet field, in the IT field, in the information technology field. So some words are there that we will discuss today. First one is the server, second is the client, web browser, web page, website, domain name, URL, web portal, blog, blogger, blogging, and after that the email and the email address. Further, we will discuss about the email also, not in email. Email, and after that 14 we will also discuss email address. Email address. Okay. Now see the server. So first word is the server. So what is server? Server is a program that runs on a machine, means computer. So this server is a program, is a software that runs on a machine, means on the computer, that is the CPU, and provides services to the clients. The client is also a machine, which is the client may be a computer, any computer, any mobile, both are the machines only. So the server's what does it runs on a machine and provide the services to the clients. So what is the user of this server? Whenever if we want to fetch any information from the server, we send the request with the help of the client's browser. In our mobile computer, laptop, we have the browser. With the help of the browser, we send the request to the server. Now server gives replies by sending that information, by sending that document to the client, to the corresponding mobile or computer. Next is the client. Client is also a machine, which is also a computer. So the client is a computer system, and this client uses a network to access the information from the server. So to access a service at a remote place. Remote place means, suppose at a far place any server is there. If he wants to access any information, so with the help of the client, with the help of the mobile or laptop, we send the request by using the client's browser. With the help of that, we are sending the request to access the information from the server. Okay. So this client is also known as node. We also say the client as a node. Next. So this client carries out the client's request to the server and displays the result sent by the server. So client carries out the request and sent to the server and displays the result which is sent by the server. That is also the job of the client only. So that's why in the computer you are seeing the screen, in the mobile you are seeing the screen. What? For display the message, for display the reply of the server, what the server has sent. Next is the web client. So web client is an application like the Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. All these are the web client. So means web browser. So web browsers are called web client. So running on the local device, means in the desktop, on the notebook, on the cell phone, these web clients are running. So we are opening the browser with the help of this web client. Web client means here web browser. Browser which is present on the client, means on the computer or mobile. That is called the web client. With the help of the web client only, we are sending the request to the server. Now, so web client run on a local device. That is your local device may be any desktop or notebook, cell phone. Request and uses services provided by web server. So it requests the server. Web client sends the request to the web server for the services, and the server responds by giving the information, by sending the document to the web client. Okay. Next, it accesses the applications or information from the main server. So whatever the information is present on the server, whatever the response a server will give to the web client, that web client will display on the screen. Next is the web browser. Web browser is so web client and web server are two components of a connection. A client is any machine sending the request. So a client is any machine sending the request for information, and the server is responding to the information requested. So examples of web client are web browser, an email program, chatting program, and file sharing program. Like you are sending a mail. So this mail is sent to the first server. After server, the mail is forwarded to the destination address where you want to send. Next is the web page. See what is the web browser. Web browser is a software application through which one searches and accesses the information on the World Wide Web, on the www, means www server. Example: Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox. All these are the web browsers. With the help of the web browsers, we can access the web pages. We can access the websites which is stored in the web servers. Next is the web page. So what is this web page? Web page is a document of the web server, www. So www contains many millions of web pages, and each web pages are linked to other web pages with the help of the hyperlink, which we have studied in the last class also. So these are the web page. So web page is a document, and this document is written in the HTML, means hypertext markup language, and containing the related information located under a single and it is posted on the internet. So all the web pages is posted on the internet in this www server. So whenever a request reaches to the server for a web page, so server gives reply by sending the code, HTML code. This web page is written in the HTML language. So that HTML code is sent on the through the network to the client. Now on the client browser translate that code and create a website, web page for the user. Next is the website. Website is a what? Website is a collection of web pages. Like a book is a collection of many pages. Similarly, a website is a collection of web pages. So the first web page of the website is called the home page. So now others web pages are hyperlinked with the home page. So on the home page of a website you find many links, different links. So that links helps you to jump from the one web page to the other web page. Okay. So a website is a collection of publicly accessible interlinked web pages. Publicly means anyone can access. Interlinked means they are hyperlinked with the pages are hyperlinked. Pages are linked with the hyperlink that we will learn in the HTML lessons on how to create the website and web pages. So in that lesson of in the lesson 3, this is in your syllabus. HTML programming language in your syllabus. In that we will learn how to create a website or web page, okay, and how to link the web pages. In that we will learn. In the I hope in the class 8 also it is in the syllabus HTML. I have taught you in the class 8 also. So there I think you all are aware of the web pages and the websites. And every website has its unique address, that is called the URL. Okay. So URL means URL of the home page websites. URL is the universal resource locator, that also we discuss. Next is the domain name. So the domain name is a unique name given to each website. Each website has a unique name, that is called the domain name. Like for accessing the website of suppose facebook.com. So what we are writing? facebook.com, www.facebook.com. So that facebook.com is the domain name. And this whenever we write the facebook.com, it is sent, the request is sent first sent to the DNS. DNS means domain name server. DNS server. So what does DNS server have? DNS server has a domain name. It has a list of the domain name, and in front of each list of the domain name, there is the written its URL. Its address is written in the bits form. Okay. So network address are there, URLs are there, and that is written like this: 192.118. So you will find like this. See how many? Each of the 4 bits. So here you find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 36. So 9 4 are 36. So you will find this 36 bits. So such type of address you are seeing, that is the address, that is the URL. So each domain name in front of the domain name, this URL is there, and this URL is fetched on the place of the domain name. This DNS server gives the URL, and this URL is stored in the destination address, that where you want to send the request. So this is the address of the website in the server, in which server this website is present. Okay, so now that address will be loaded on the network on the place of the domain name, and the request is forwarded to the web server. Now the web server, after getting this address, that they will identify which web page the client, the user wants. So the server will process this information and load that web page over the network with the HTML code of the web page over the network, and that HTML code will be received by the client. Now the client, the browser is present, and that browser will create a web page with that HTML code. The web browser will create a web page for the user, and it will display on the screen. Like this the information are shared. Next is after that the website, the domain name, there is the URL. Next is the URL. Now see, URL is the uniform resource locator, and it denotes the global address. Global address means if this address is unique, no other website can have the same address. It means two websites don't have the same address. So every website has its unique address, like every person has a unique mobile number. Similarly, every website has its unique URL. So no two websites can share the same URL. So this is the global address, uniform resource locator, URL. Full form of URL is what? Uniform resource locator. It is a global address. Now the communication between the web user and the internet resource, communication between the user and the server is done with the help of the URL only. So the communication between the web user and the internet resource is possible by identifying each resource on the internet in a standard manner. So if it is not possible to identify a document uniquely, then there will be always a conflict. We are requesting for a document A, and server will send a document B. So if you are asking for information, specific information, you are getting the other information, then there is no use of such type of communication. So that's why in a standard manner, uniquely we are getting the information. And each URL of the document, and the URL of each document is what? Unique. Next is the web portal. Web portal is the gateway of many internet services. So it is a gateway to provide the wide range of internet services, like the email service you are getting, search engines, forums, e-commerce, etc. Many are there. Whenever we want to access any information from the web server, we type its domain name in the browser. Now when we submit that information, so that browser first show the page that is called the web portal, and that page contains the different links related to that information. So, and that links are in the priority. The link you are getting at the top, that is the highest priority, means most visited link. The website which is visited most for accessing the information, that will be appear at the top of the web portal. So there is the priority, that how many visitors on that websites are there. So web portal gives you the many different of services which can provide you such information on the topic which you want to search. So it will provide the list of the addresses, means links. So when you click on any link, so your request will be sent to that server, and a web page will be opened which contains that particular information which you are searching. Okay. Next is the blog. Blog is the frequently updated online personal journal or diary. In that you are updating the information regularly. So it is an easy to create website which consists of sign and log of the individual posting. So like in the diary entry you are doing every day, you are writing some information along with the dated entry, and you are putting your signature. Similarly in the blog is also individuals creates it is easy to create a website. An individual can create its own blog, and in their own blog they share their informations regularly, maybe the weekly, and along with their particular date and the signatures is there. That is your own personal account and you are the authentic person, you are the author of this blog, and you are only updating the information on the blog. Next is the blogger. Blogger is the person who is doing the blogging, who is running this blog, who is updating the information on the blog. Blogger is the author of the blog and who writes and updates the blog. Next is the blogging. So blogging means the act of writing blog. The person who is writing the blog, and this act of writing the blog is called the blogging. Next is the email. Email is an electronic messaging system that allows one person to send the electronic messages along with the attachments. You can share the files also over the email, videos and other things. So this email is an electronic message system that allows one to send and receive, letters and attachments. Next and the last topic we'll discuss about the email address. This email address is also a unique address. Now see the email address of info@gibbs.in. So suppose the email is written info@gibbs.in. So this is an electronic address, unique electronic address where emails are received. Now every email consists of two parts, username and domain. And this username and domain is separated by the @ symbol. So this @ symbol separates. Before this is the username. Username is what? Info. And this is the domain name. And this is the domain extension. So this is the domain name and this is the domain extension. Okay. So an email address consists of two parts, username and domain, separated by the @ symbol. So see, that is the info is what? Username. So the word before the @ symbol is called username. Like you are creating an email ID, first you are writing the username, after that @ symbol, and this is the domain name. This is what domain name. And this is domain extension. In for India, representing the country name. Sometimes you use for the government gov.in, and for the commercial website we are using .com. So many extensions are there. This is called the domain extension. Domain extension. Domain extension. Okay. So this is all for the today's students. In the next class we will discuss the remaining topic of this lesson. Thank you for your kind attention.